Whenever I want to have some good old-fashioned fun, I turn on the news, and then as soon as I get done watching and reading all the news and the fun is gone, I'm really bored. So that's why I decided to make this fun little guitar exercise that'll make it fun to practice guitar again, okay? So first thing we're gonna do this in a waltz, because we do something in 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. It has a breezy, natural, fun flavor, just like the global news. So basically the exercise, if you want to call it an exercise, we can even think of it as a song, is gonna sound like this. Then we can even switch the chord up. So there's gonna be a lot that we're talking about here. Basically, it's just gonna be 2 chords and then a little bit of a scale, but not in a boring, not news way, in a cold, hard, straight news scale way, right? So A major is gonna be the chord of the day. Now we're gonna play it like this because it's gonna center us in kind of the middle of the guitar neck right here. So I'm getting the open A string, 7 on the D string, 6 on the G string, 5 on the B string, and then if you want to, you can optionally get that open E on top. Okay? So now the strum pattern is gonna be like this. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. Okay? So if you see what I did there is 1, 2, and 3, and 1. Okay? So that first 1 count, getting just the open A string is my root note. Then I'm going 1, 2, and 3, and 4. You can think of it as a 4 count. I'm thinking of these in chunks of 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3. Okay? So now after we get through that 1 count on the second bar, which is just the whole chord, and again, A string, I'm going kind of down, up, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3. All right, that's gonna be the vibe. Now we're gonna go through notes in the A major scale to add to it, okay? Because remember, the whole thing is gonna sound like. Okay, where do these notes come from? They come from the A major scale. Really easy to do on 1 string because it's just the open A string is the first note. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. So open, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. All right. Cool thing about A major is especially if you have inlays, like little dots on the side of your neck, the 5, 7, 9, kind of just, you can see those as just dots that go together, connecting the dots, and those are always gonna get you notes in this key, right? So open 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. However you want to look at it, they're gonna give you the same thing. So 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's the entire exercise, okay? So we have 4 bars of 3. The first bar, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay? So if you notice, the first 2 bars are 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're practicing our chord, we're practicing our scale, we're practicing our counting, and we're doing it in kind of a fun way that sounds good. Okay, so let's talk about the actual notes and how we do this. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's first talk about that 2 and 3 and, right? 2 and 3 and. Basically, I'm just going A, 4, 5. I'm just going from the root note to its 1, 2, 3. It's major third, like an A chord would be made. And then I'm just going up the scale. 2 and 3 and. You can play this all as downstrokes if you want. I'm kind of going. Sometimes I'll go open, 4, 5, slide. Doesn't really matter how you play it as long as you're having fun. This is about having fun, everybody. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and. And then once you get here, it's actually really easy because it's. We're going backwards twice, okay? So 5, 4, 2. That's a 3 count. Bum, 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 bum. And And then once I get to 2, I'm gonna hammer on 2 to 4. 1, 2, 3. And then just go 4, 2 open, right? So I'll do the whole thing again. 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's kind of like a real world bass line because it's, you know, it's a scale, it's clearly a scale, but we're changing directions almost like it's a song. So it's an exercise. It doesn't really sound like an exercise because you want your playing to sound like songs. Speaking of songs, the sponsor of today's video is DistroKid, the only way to get your songs online. Super, super easy. You can even just do this, put it on a voice memo, throw it up on DistroKid through the phone app, and then actually get your music online and have like a Spotify or Apple Music, Amazon link to share with people. It'll even generate like a little YouTube topic video for you if that's something that you want. You can opt in or out of that. It's all part of the service. Super, super reasonably priced. You can even save a little bit of money if you use the affiliate code in the description. I'll put all my stuff up online through DistroKid just because it is, without a doubt, the best in class, dollar for dollar. It's such a marginal fee to get your music online and like let people have the opportunity to listen to it. And yeah, just like having the service is a great way to just keep yourself honest. Be like, well, I've got the service, I might as well be making music, right? That's what it's all about. So thank you to DistroKid for sponsoring the video. Big supporter of mine, really helps the channel if you click that link and get yourself a DistroKid subscription. But now, so far we only have 1 chord. How are we gonna make a song out of 1 chord? Even though a lot of people are doing it, we gotta add something else, and that's gonna be a D major 7, basically the 4 chord in the key of A, B, C sharp, D. Couple different ways you can play this, right? We could just take the same shape and then just go all the way to your ring finger on the D string 12th fret, the octave D, right? And then we do the same thing, 1, 2, and 3, and 1. And then we can kind of play around with the same type of vibe, that 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, and 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. However we want to do it using the same bass notes, right? So now that we're further into the neck, let's focus on that 5, 7, 9, 11, 12, and maybe just go. That seems to be the same kind of vibe, a little call and response type deal. So open 11, 12. That'll be our first thing, kind of like, right? And then do the same pattern, but in a different part of the neck. So open 11, 12, 14. Then we're gonna go backwards. 12, 11, 9, 11, 9, 7. So A, D chord. To A. Now that's kind of like a cool way to do a call and response thing, and it's a very easy way to kind of conceptualize what you're doing because it really is the exact same shape, just a few spaces higher, right? Remember, whole, half gets you to the 4 chord. I think a really pretty way to do this is to play D major 7 like this. This is one of my favorite chord voicings. Open D, 2, 2, 2 on the highest 3 strings, all the way down the line. And then now this gives us an opportunity to open up the D string. And this is where the exercise gets a little more complicated because we're gonna talk about modes and how D is different to A in the scheme of modes, right? Modes are just basically, what note are you starting on in a key? In the key of A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. We go whole, half, whole, half. Check out the Patreon if you want to learn more about that in very, very slow, mind-numbing detail that has all the good teaching techniques built into it. Now, the difference, if we start on D and play those same notes, we get D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D. So it's whole, half, whole, half. It has what's called a sharp 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we just play like the first 4 notes, A's position in A would be open 2, 4, 5. D's position in A would be open 2, 4, 6. So maybe let's do something with this because now we have D as a resource being an open string. So that would be a way that I can kind of play around and utilize those notes and be like, all right, this is really solidifying in my practice and in my mind's eye how D is different than A, right? This is kind of like a different way to think of the Lydian mode, but a more linear way to think of that, and maybe a way that'll make more sense to you as you're kind of playing around in this chord, right? So watch how I do it. I'm just gonna experiment. I'm just gonna go off book and not do anything, you know, like I'm not gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna experiment with, you know, different root notes or different notes on the A string, and then for D's section of the exercise, I'm gonna experiment with different notes on the D string. So A. That's just in order. D. D. And how much fun is it? It's almost as fun as just listening to an endless supply of clickbait, articles, podcasts, propaganda. If you ever run out of those, just pick up your guitar and have a good time. Even better if it's a Sean Daniel exclusive signature Martin guitar available at sweetwater.com. But check that out. Have a good time, have some good vibes, make some good vibe music, put it up on DistroKid, use my affiliate link, save money, make the good people of the internet money, spread the joy. Everyone's gonna love it. So pick up your guitar and have some fun today and practice. Thanks for watching.